summary about the intake, followed by the document checklist. And so this is the format we are going to go ahead with, right? Now, as we can see that Ireland is one of the fastest growing economies in the world and is situated adjacent to the United Kingdom. Also to note that 40% of the Ireland's population is under the age of 25, right? So there's a lot of healthy competition which is out there. Now, also understand that the country's stunning landscape offers abundant opportunities for outdoor activities, starting from hiking to cycling, even to water sports, right? We all know it's a very old country with a lot of heritage. So it's saying that it's celebrated for its rich cultural heritage, as well as featuring a distinctive blend of language, music, culture, as well as scientific research, right? Now it's saying that it's a hub for scientific research. It attracts approximately around 200,000 students across the globe every year. So that's a huge number of students who choose this part of the world. Now, English is the primary language, which is pretty obvious, but I was also reading somewhere that the Irish language is also being forced towards the primary education level. So they are also planning to increase the Irish language studies, right? The most important information in this particular slide is that Ireland serves as an European base for over 1,000 leading multinational companies, including Google, HP, Apple, IBM, Facebook, and so on, right? So all these companies have their offices located in Ireland. Now, the capital is Dublin. The currency is euro. The official languages are English and Irish, as we have already seen. The major cities are Dublin, Cork, Galway, Limerick, as well as Waterford. Now, we would be seeing these names getting repeated once we start off with the university-wise presentation. As for the last report, it's roughly around 5.5. That's the current estimated population here. Right now, going forward, some of the particular reasons why a student should choose Ireland. Right. Now, first it's saying quality education. As far as quality education goes, I don't think there is any institution in this world who would agree to the fact that they don't provide quality education. So everybody says, yes, we provide quality education, but what is different here? So what I understand is different here is basically the recognition of the qualifications that are there, right? Now, all the diplomas that we get, all the degrees, all the higher certifications we get, all the modules that we are studying, all the programs that we are going through are all recognized globally, right? So the acceptance is wide. The acceptance is the major factor which actually derives the meaning of quality education, because there is a lot of research and hard work which has gone behind it. Now, in terms of cost of living, we'll just talk about it separately. Supportive learning environments is simple to understand that if there is a course or maybe there is a body which requires a good quality, maybe high quality science lab, or maybe a high-end computer lab. So all these options which are required are readily available in these particular universities, right? Now, if these facilities are available, if these options are available with the university, then it's pretty obvious that they can also go ahead and plan for further different and new kind of courses, right? So now, if there are new kind of courses to new different kind of streams are there, then obviously these would attract some kind of job opportunities in the future. That is also pretty known. Right now, important for the parents to understand that the environment the student is going to is pretty friendly, as well as it's safe. Now, also to remember that Ireland is the second most safest country in the entire Europe, right? Multicultural, pretty easy. That's like us, that there is a student, there is a batch of maybe 20 students, and each 20 could be from different parts of the world and different, bringing in different kind of culture as well as traditions, right? Post-study visa, work while you learn, we'll just take it up towards the end. Right, so that was the basic information. Now, living cost, we have decided, rather we have divided it into two parts. One is out inner Dublin, which is around 12,000 euros, and the outer is 11,000 euros. So roughly a difference of around 1,000 to 1,500 euros, yeah. Now, but we also say that before deciding to study in Ireland, a student must be aware of the living cost to ensure that they can save as well as demonstrate sufficient funds. No? Important to remember that living expenses in Ireland will differ depending on where the university is located, the type of accommodation the student chooses, and of course the student's lifestyle. But Just to get an approximate idea here, we should target somewhere around 10,000 to 25,000 as the total value for tuition, right? Going forward, some important names, some of them are truly highly ranked. We'll just get into the understanding of seconds here. Now, as we discussed, there are three education bodies. One is the university, 7 universities, then are the institutes, where we have around another 7 to 8, and then finally the colleges. So we have around 3 colleges here, right? Now, here we get into the first slide, which is TCD, Trinity College Dublin. Now, normally what happens is once we talk about a particular institution, we normally talk in terms of the number of years of experience it's been holding. So for this particular institution, we probably need to talk in terms of the multiple centuries of experience that this university has derived, right? It's actually got, right? So it was established in 1592. It's obviously a historic campus, pretty old looking. Now, it's also important to note that Trinity is ranked first in Ireland, 87th in the world. There is also a ranking in terms of the subject wise. So what they are saying is that Trinity also ranks in the top 100 in 22 subjects globally. So they have 22 subjects which are ranked pretty high, right? In fact, it's in the top 100 globally, right? Now, as far as scholarships are concerned, yes, they are available here for students, but the students need to go ahead and check on their own and apply, right? Now, I would just talk to somebody from the team that there are a couple of things that we need to understand. So, Prabhjot, are you there? I can probably see you being on, not being on mute. Prabhjot, are you there? Are you guys able to hear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, nice. So I just wanted to get a clarity. As you can see on the screen that it's showing that the entry requirement wise, it's 65 to 70 and 60 to 65, right? So I hope you understand these are the marks we are talking about, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, good. Okay, next we see backlogs. So any idea what do you think are backlogs? I'm sure you know, but just for clarity of the entire team.
Yes, sir, we know.
Okay, good. So no doubt everybody knows regarding it. So these are all the failures we are talking about, right? Okay, now as far as English is concerned, there's a particular requirement in Ireland because there are no waivers in of English here, right? So these 4 documents are accepted: IELTS, PT, Duolingo, TOEFL, and any one has to be given to the institution, right? Next is COA. There's something on the right hand side which is a tick mark. Any idea what is it? Anybody? COA, there's a tick mark. Anybody, can you just tell me what do you think it is?
Cost of attendance, sir.
Okay, nice. So this is the particular reason because of which I do this particular exercise to get an understanding here. Now, you said something which most of the people say, but once I tell you, you'll actually start laughing. It's pretty easy. It's actually change of agent. Okay, I'm sure the team gets clarity now. So it's change of agent. TAT is easy. Anybody? What do you think, TAT?
Turnaround period. Turnaround time.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, as we can see that there is an application fee for this particular institution. Here, application fee means that they take a small amount in order to process the application. So we can call it more of like a application processing fee, right? So it's 55 euros for all the general programs, and for MBA it's 40 euros, right? Initial deposit. So last question from my side, then we'll proceed with the rest of this presentation. So what do you think is an initial deposit? Why, what, when? Any idea? Anybody?
Confirmation a financial commitment from the student after receiving the initial offer.
Oh, fantastic. So basically what happens is the student needs to go ahead and put this amount into the portal as a token of acceptance, right? So once the student goes and accepts the offer, this is the amount that they need to go ahead and pay, right? But keep a track of this initial deposit because there's going to be a little bit of twist towards the end, right? Okay, so going forward, the course fee range goes roughly from 20,000 above for UG, 12,000 above for PG. So as we proceed, we'll see more or less the numbers being same, but we'll cover each of them. Right now we come to UCD.
So what
Now,
about 12 plus 3 degree? Is this university accepted?
the previous one,
Yeah.
this one, yes.
Okay.
Okay, now going forward, like I already mentioned that there's somebody talking behind. Can you just maybe put it on mute? Okay, thank you. So if, like I already mentioned, if you guys are noting down some points. Okay, so the first thing that you need to note about this particular university is the scholarship, which goes to the tune of 10,000 euros, right? So that is the maximum amount of support that the student can get. It starts from 2,000, goes up to almost 10,000 euros. It varies by different programs. It's based on merit. It's also based on different kind of requirements the student might have, right? Now, the second important thing to note that they have 100 plus programs for UG, 90 plus for PG. They have two major campuses. One is in Belfield, Dublin, and the second is in UCD Smurfit. They call it the UCD Smurfit campus. It's in Belfield. Now, something important about this institution is that UCD is an internationally recognized and research-driven university. It is ranked among the top 1% of the higher education institutions worldwide. So being on the top 1% is itself a huge achievement, and attracts more than 8,500 international students yearly. Right? Now, our courses are consistently ranked in the world's top 100 by The Economist as well as the Financial Times. So, pretty bold statement here. Now, for UG and PG, we see it's more or less the same numbers, 65 to 70 and 60 to 70 for PG and UG respectively. English, again, as we mentioned, it's a requirement here. Change of agent is yes. Turnaround is 4 to 5 weeks. Application fee is exempted here, but the initial deposit is a range. It goes from 750 euros up to 2,000 depending on the course. Course fee range is 22,000 above for UG and PG approximately. Next, we go to UCC, University College Cork. It's known for its research and research output and academic excellence. Scholarship is 500 going up to 2,000 euros. In terms of employability, it's high graduate employability with strong industry connections and robust career support, right? Important to know for the students that Cork is a hub of various multinational companies with industry giants such as HP, Google, IBM, Twitter, as well as LinkedIn, headquartered in the city, right? So the student has to understand that they are headed towards the proper direction. Requirement wise, same numbers we see 65 to 70 and 60 to 65 for UG and PG. Backlogs here we see for the first time it's 8, which is maximum accepted, but the profile has to be a little on the stronger side. English, yes, change of agent that they will not update the student application status after the decision is made. So no changes after the decision. Turnaround is roughly 4 to 5 weeks. Application fees is again 50 euros here. Initial deposit is 1,000 euros. Second important thing to note is the course fee, which is as low as 6,000 and as high as 50,000. So 6,000 to 50,000 is the entire range for the programs here for UG. PGR 17 to 26,000. That is the picture there for us. Next we come to NU short form. Scholarship is up to 5,000 in terms of support. Its institute has one of the best and most consistent records as far as the student employability is concerned, right? Now they are specialized towards arts and social science colleges, and they also have the hotel management programs. Requirement wise, 65 to 70 for UG, 60 to 65 for PG. Backlogs is a straight number, that's 5. English, yes. COA is not accepted after making the initial deposit, so no movement after that. 3 to 4 weeks, roughly a month here again. And application fees is 35 euros. The initial deposit is 500 euros. So 18,500 above for UG, 14,500 above for the PG students in terms of the course fee, tuition fee. Now going forward, we come to DCU. DCU ranks among the world's top young universities, and it is a young, ambitious and vibrant university with a mission to transform lives and societies through education, research, innovation, and engagement, right? So that's their particular motto there. Now, the first thing you would note here is the requirement for UG has jumped. It's gone up from 60 to 65 to straight away it's gone to 80%. So a little on the stricter side. For PG, it's again 60 to 65, same numbers. Backlogs again are here, range 5 to 8. So max 8 would be that they would take, depending on the different courses that they have, right? English, yes. Change of agent is yes. Turnaround 3 to 4 weeks. So roughly again around 24, 25 days. Application fees is exempted. Initial deposit is 500 euros here, right? 15,000 above for UG and PG for course fee. Now they also have something important to note, that the student teacher ratio is almost 18:1, which is probably the industry standard. That's the campus. Thing to note is it's known for its 70 UG program, which goes from arts to humanities and social science, from education to health science, even from pure science to engineering. So a wide range of programs that they have. Scholarship goes up to 20. Again back to 65 to 70 for UG, PG 60 to 65. Backlogs again are 5. English requirements are obviously there. Turnaround is 3 to 4 weeks. Application fees is 50 euros. Initial deposit goes from 600 above. Course fee is 11,000 above for UG and roughly around 10,000 plus for the PG students. So that is the campus there, built in 1980. Okay. We come to Maynooth University. Two important factors to note if you guys are noting down something. That is number one, this particular university requires a second preference in terms of course when the student is going ahead with the application. So there is a second preference which is needed. That's note number one. And the second point to note is the lowest course fee probably in the entire Europe. That's as low as 4,500 for UG going up and 5,500 going up for the PG students. So that's the probably the lowest fees which is possible here. Rest numbers we see more or less are the same. Backlogs are 5. Change of agent is yes. Turnaround roughly again around 24 days. Application fees is 50 euros. Initial deposit is 1,000 euros here. Okay. Going forward, we come to TU Dublin, Technological University Dublin, which is Ireland's first technological university, and it offers around 200 UG and PG programs across a wide range of academic disciplines, which go from humanities to engineering to business, science, tourism, as well as law, right? Now they have multiple campuses and they accept only 4-year courses. Okay. Now, now the important factor to note in this particular slide is the high amount of tuition fees. Just give me a second, let me have some water. Okay. The high amount of tuition fees which is being paid, not exactly the tuition fees, the high amount of initial deposit that is being paid. So that's straight away 50% that needs to be paid as an initial deposit. Course fee goes from 13,000 above for UG, 14,000 above for the PG students. Backlogs again the same number, 5. 3 to 4 weeks is the turnaround. So like I mentioned, a couple of important factors to remember. 4-year courses, 50% of tuition fees as initial deposit, and more than 200 UG and PG programs combined. Right. We come to Munster. Munster Technological University. It has an amazing track record of delivering good employment prospects and a solid foundation for career growth. Right. So that's a quick background. Scholarship goes up to around 3,000 euros. Now they have 2 campuses. One is CIT, Cork Institute of Technology, which is located in Cork, and the second one is Kerry. Now, requirement wise, we see for PG, it's a little relaxed. It's come down to 55%. And for UG, it's the same number, 65 to 70. Backlogs are 5. English requirements are, of course, there. Change of agent is yes. Turnaround is 3 to 4 weeks. Application fee, as you can see, is exempted here. Initial deposit is 1,000 euros and 13,000 above for UG and PG in terms of the course fee range. We come to ATU, Now, ATU has the best student-teacher ratio probably in the entire island. It is as low as 15:1. Now, they have three campuses, which is Galway Mayo Institute of Technology, GMIT. Second is Letterkenny Institute of Technology. Third is the Institute of Technology, Sligo, which is IT Sligo. That's the name. Now, till last intake, there was only one campus, which was LYIT, who was taking an application fee of 20 euros. But from this intake, it's changed. All three are accepting the 20 euros as application fees. That is from this upcoming September intake. Now, turnaround is again 3 to 4 weeks. Initial deposit is 1500 euros and 10,500 for UG in terms of course fees and 12,000 above for the PG students. If you come to Setu, Southeast Technological University, scholarship is up to 2,000 euros. Now it's known for its science, engineering as well as health related programs. Now it has two campuses, IT Carlo, ITC, Institute of Technology Carlo, and Waterford Institute of Technology, which is WIT. Now IT Carlo among these two has a comprehensive portfolio of around 100 masters, honors, ordinary degree, as well as higher certificate courses. They also offer traditional and some niche courses too. So that is the campus. And in terms of requirement, we see more or less the same number, 65 to 70 for UG, 60 to 65 for PG. Backlogs again are 5. We'll just see changes in terms of backlogs very soon. English is yes, change of agent is yes, turnaround 4 to 5 weeks. Application fees are exempted. Initial deposit is 1,000 euros. Now the course fee goes from 13,500 above for UG, 14,000 above for the PG students. You come to TUS, Technological University of Shannon. First to note that the program here spans around business from science to health, engineering to technology, social science and humanities, hospitality and tourism, even creative arts and media. So that's a wide range of programs they have. They have two campuses, one is LIT and the second is AIT. So it's Limerick Institute of Technology and Athlone Institute of Technology. Now, among the two campuses, this second one, AIT, it's saying that it has a capacity of several thousand students with a strong emphasis on practical as well as hands-on learning. Now, if it's saying that it has a capacity of several thousand students, the simple meaning that I derive out of it is that the intake window that the institution has would be probably open a little longer than the others. So if they have a lot of students which need to be taken in to fill the seats, then obviously it will take a little longer time. Requirement wise, we see more or less same, 60 to 65, 55 to 60 for PG, again relaxed. English is yes, turnaround 4 to 5 weeks, application fees is exempted here. And the initial deposit is 1,000 euros. So course fee is also moderate, 12,000 above for UG, 14,000 above for the PG students. We come to DKIT. Now, this was established in 1970 and they say that they basically emphasize practical career-oriented education with strong industry links. Course include a careful blend of practical and academic learning to ensure that students are equipped with job-ready skills. In fact, they say that more than 55% of our courses have work placement opportunities. So that's something important for the students. Now, the requirements for UG and PG are standard. It's 60% here. This is the only university which takes the lowest number of backlogs, which accepts the lowest number of backlogs. It's 2, not more than that. In fact, this number has just changed this year. It was 5 all along. Now they have brought it down to 2. Now, turnaround is 2 weeks. So for the first time we see turnaround has come down to 2 weeks. So roughly 14 days. Application fees is 30 euros. Initial deposit is 500 euros. The course fee goes from 10,000 above for UG and 12,000 above for the PG students. Next we go to Griffith, a private college basically. So Griffith is known for its High impact research, outstanding student experience, and commitment to social justice. Fine. But the first thing that you should note about Griffith is the highest scholarship which is awarded. So it's up to 12,000 that the student can get in terms of support. Right now, it's known for its creative art and journalism related courses. They have 3 campuses. So technically, they have 4 campuses because there are 2 in Dublin itself. The third one is in Limerick, 4th is in Cork. Here, the requirements for UG PG are same, 60 to 65, but backlogs, they would take 4 for general courses. And if the student is going for some computer related program, they will not take it backlogs. So that's 4/0. 4 is for general, 0 is for computer. English, yes. Turnaround, yes. 2 weeks again. Application fees is exempted. Initial deposit is €1,000. And course fee goes from 12,000 above for UG, 14,000 above for the PG students. So that is the campus picture there. We come to NCI, National College of Ireland, which offers full courses in business, psychology, education, computing, ranging in level from certificate to degree as well as postgraduate levels. So that's the wide program range they have. UG PG, yes, 60 to 65, and PG is 55, it's little relaxed. A scholarship is also good up to €5,000. Backlogs here, the number is straight, it's constant, it's 7. So that's the maximum they would be taking. We have had a couple of early ones which said 5 to 8, but this one is constant at 7, right? Important to note here for this particular institution is like TU Dublin. TU Dublin had a requirement of 50% course fee to be paid as initial deposit. Here also they say we want €7,500. Right, so 12,000 above for UG in terms of tuition fees, 17,000 above for the PG students. We come to DBS, so this is India specific, that they will not be accepting profiles from Gujarat, AP or Telangana if they don't have any work experience or maybe MNC work experience. So no student from Gujarat, AP, Telangana if they don't have any MNC experience, right? Scholarship is up to €1,000, and entry requirement wise we see it's 60 to 65 for UG, PG 55%. Backlogs are 3 for a 3-year course and 5 for a 4-year degree. So 3:3, 5:4. That's the very easy way to remember, right? Change of agent, not at all allowed. Turnaround, yes, roughly around 6 days we expect an offer. Application fees are exempted. Initial deposit is €500. Course fee goes from 10,500 above for UG, 13,500 above for the PG students, right? Just to reiterate, no profiles from AP, Gujarat or Telangana without MNC experience. We come to the second last institute, which is Holmes Institute. They have only one course, which is Bachelor of Arts, which is honors in BA honors in business. So basically they have been teaching this particular course for the past 30 years, and it roughly takes around €11,000 to go ahead and study here. The last institute, Institute of Technology, Tralee, more focused towards applied science and business related courses. Requirement wise we see more or less same, 65 to 70, 55% for the PG students. Backlogs again standard 5. English is yes, around is 3 to 4 weeks. Application fees 10,000 above for UG, 11,000 above for the PG students, right? Now they say that IT Tralee focuses on innovation and provides quality education, right? The institute is renowned for its wide range of programs. The institute offers numerous career opportunities for students, right? So that was all the institutions that we covered. Next, you come to the summary of intake. So as we can see, there are basically Jan, there's an intake, which is more of a software intake, wherein we have around some 7-8 institutions who open up for these students. So technically much of software intake. September is the major intake here because all the institutions open up for the students entry. Right now, April, there's also an intake, but it is only open for DBS. So DBS has few students going towards the April intake, right? So just to reiterate, January software, September full. That's the intake summary here. Documents wise, there's a CV, there's an SOP requirement, 10-12 mark sheet, followed by which UG, PG semester-wise mark sheet, and then comes the uh, cumulative mark sheet. Degree certificate, English, yes, of course, any one of the documents, LORs, work experience document, and passport. So all these documents are required in Ireland, right? But there is a certain document which I will be sending across to the team. Once it's an Excel file, it's an Excel document which will have more or less the summary of all that we went through in this particular slides. Now that will have an understanding wherein you will be able to understand which institution says that we don't require SOP and LOR, and there are some of the colleges or universities who say that yes, SOP and LORs are mandatory. So that document will give you an idea. Now the only thing is that you need to tell me whom do I send the document, because I am connected over WhatsApp with somebody, I can send it along there. Right. Next we come to the visa rejections. Now this is more of an understanding that we had with one of our officials who had gone down to the Delhi visa office, right? Now once we see the academics and backlogs, it's the primary and most important reason. If the even if we go ahead and process the application because of backlogs and maybe weak academics, the student gets a cancellation from the visa office. Late visa applications here basically mean that they are saying that for the upcoming September intake, your application for a visa should max come to us by maybe June end max. That's the last period. So what I understand, they roughly want to keep a turnaround period of almost around 2 months in their hand. Now, blacklisted zones, we've already seen that there were some of the areas which like DBS has mentioned, but it's not the entire state. A couple of few areas that they have kind of put it under blacklisted. Refusal for financials. The simple point is they have been getting refusal because of multiple sponsors. So the maximum sponsors that the visa office is expecting is 3, not more than that, right? So no multiple sponsors. They also had this concern that the funds that are being shown should ideally be around 50-50 for the loan as well as the savings part. But they later agreed that it could go up to around 65 to 35%. So that's the max they could take, 65 for loan, 35% for the savings, right? Now they also had some concerns regarding lateral entry, so which is being sorted out. Next we come to the application process. We do this day in, day night, but just for an understanding that we select the desired course and the university at the beginning, followed by which we prepare and submit the required documents. We also complete the university specific forms. After that, we go ahead and do a final assessment and submit the application. So once the application is submitted, if there is a need for an application fee, we also go ahead and put that in. Followed by this, we wait for the students' login credentials. Once we receive, we start to check the portal for any kind of movement. Now we get an offer. So it's either a conditional one, it's an unconditional one. So if it's a conditional offer, then we go ahead and try and meet the conditions at the earliest. And if it's an unconditional one, we go ahead and make the initial deposit and take it further. And as you all know, that 50% needs to be paid before we can go ahead with the visa, right? So we pay 50%, then we go ahead with the visa process. So that's the point. Now we come to the last slide, wherein, like I mentioned, a couple of important pointers here. That is number one, to remember that English language test documents are mandatory. So one or the other document has to be given. IELTS, PT, Duolingo, and TOEFL. All these are accepted. There are no English waivers here in Ireland. In Ireland, MOIs are not accepted. So MOIs are not accepted in Ireland. So unlike other areas, the university does not have any interview process from the institutions, right? Sorry, from the students. So no interviews from the university side. Now, like I already mentioned, there would be a twist. The twist is that initial deposits are non-refundable, right? Very important to remember, they will not be refunded. Post-study visa, work while you learn. So like we mentioned that these 2 points. So the UG students get to stay back for 1 year. The PG students can get to stay back for 2 years, right? Gaps, yes, accepted, but 8 to 10 years for PG. And for UG, it's around 2 years. So 8 to 10 for PG, UG is 2 years, but a gap justification must be provided. Right, work while you learn, that is around 20 hours per week. So that is all that the student can go ahead and work. Right. So that was all from my side. Now, if anybody has any questions.
So I have a one questions like the university that you discussed. So how many of them like are accepting a 3 years bachelor's degree for master's admissions?
Just give me a second. Hold on. Okay. So what did you want to know? How
I just
many
wanted, yeah, how
institutions are
many
there?
universities, the
Huh.
universities that you have discussed, how
Okay.
many of them are accepting 3 years bachelor's degree to get admission in master's programs?
3 years bachelor's, right? That's what you're saying. So it's
Yeah.
majorly all of them.
Because we applied earlier and we got a refusals by giving a reason that universities are not accepting 3 year degree. So yeah,
Okay.
like for the
So which
students, like
university was it?
uh, we have applied in many universities, Sheetal. 12+3 पे अपने को काफी rejections मिले थे ना? हाँ, कौन सी university थी? Just name that. I think Dublin Business School, Dublin City Universities, and few more, like I've not
Okay.
remember the name. So they're like we applied through KC, so we got refusals from there. So I just want to have a clarity on that. Like especially if the students have a BBA or a BCom or a BCA, that 3 years degree.
No, but that is accepted. Just give me a second. Let me go ahead and just check my system once. Just give me a second. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, just be online, please. Yes. So I just rechecked. So all universities take 12+3. Everybody takes. Maybe there could be some other reasons. I don't know. If you could just go back and recheck.
Okay, sir.
Maybe that could be because of backlogs or some other reason. But everybody takes. Everybody.
Okay, sir. And sir, one more questions, like as you mentioned, like for PG, 8 to 10 years of work experience, like the gap is acceptable, and for the
Yeah.
UG, 2 years. So
2
that is
years.
the standard for the Ireland, or it is like a different from the different universities?
No. It's just the standard part.
Oh.
That's a standard. Right. Okay. I have something to tell you. That is, like we mentioned, that the initial deposits are non-refundable, right? Now, basically, there are two circumstances when the initial deposit could be returned to the student. That is one, let's assume the student goes ahead and pays the amount, and after that gets the visa rejection. Right, so that's the part A. And part B is the student goes and pays the fees, and after that puts in a document for English test, right? And unfortunately, they see that the English marks are less than what they accept. So it's only under these two circumstances that the institution can give you the initial deposit returned. Right? So it's basically the refusals from the university or maybe the visa office. So that's what. Right? Any other questions? Any other doubts? Anybody?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please.
Sir, I wanted to ask about the 10+3 diploma students, like the students who have done diploma, they are accepted for bachelor's degree in Ireland.
Yeah, they are.
They are accepted. Okay, and do we require LOR SOP for UG students as well?
No, we do require, but like I already mentioned, that I will be sending a particular Excel sheet which will have the summary of that. Who
Okay.
take and who don't take. Right? Now, somebody needs to tell me whom do I send the document to.
Rukhsana ma'am.
You can like share on my email, like I'll just give you my email ID in a chat box.
Okay. So 93759744748. Whose number is this? Anybody
Preksha, she contacted you.
Okay. So I can also send it here also.
That's fine. You can share her on WhatsApp or you can email
ठीक है.
also, like on my email ID.
Anything, anything.
Yeah.
I'll just take a note of the email ID.
Sir, I have a question.
Please.
Sir, NIS board accepted?
No, no.
Okay, sir.
So is this the first time that the team is planning for Ireland, or have you done something before? You've done a couple of them before, like you already
So
mentioned,
we
but
have
got few
done
rejections.
two visas. We have done two visas for Ireland, and we
Okay.
applied through KC.
Nice.
But yeah, so we are like getting inquiries for Ireland because, as you know, like there's a refusal from the US visas. So students,
Yes.
they are preferring somewhere Ireland. So we want to like have a more ideas about the Ireland because other counselors, they have not taken a training like before.
Understood.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. That is obviously fine. So in any case, even if you require one more kind of engagement from our side, we are always there. So nothing to worry. That support you'll get anytime you want.
Sir, I have one question like
Please.
regarding the finance. Suppose the students have taken a loan and it's covering all the tuition fees and the living expense. So still it's required to show the saving account.
See, that is what the visa office is saying, that you should always have a little bit of savings on your own. You cannot rely entirely on the loan amount. So that is exactly, if you remember, once we had gone to the visa rejection wala sheet, that is where I told you that this is what they were expecting, at least 65 and 35.
Okay, in case if the students is showing a bank balance, then how old it should be like?
6 months.
6 months. So if it's like
Yeah.
if the student do not have a 6 months old fund, so can we purchase like the I'll say the education bond, something like to show the living expense?
Not exactly. Then at that point of time, you need to probably approach the sponsors for some additional funds or those kind of things, because these bonds they will not be accepting,
Okay.
because it's again the visa office, right? They have their own fancy ways of working. That's the problem there.
Okay.
So
So,
is
sir,
PR,
Yeah, please go on.
sir, actually, few university slide shows that there is an overall score and no less than score is mentioned in these slides.
Yeah.
So, is there any particular criteria or overall score is required?
No, overall is also required. Overall is the
Overall
first thing
only.
that they. That is the first thing they go ahead and check.
No, sir. Overall will be there, but like few slides has that less than 6 or less than
Yeah, but
59.
it shouldn't be
So,
below this amount. Yeah, that is also something important. They also
okay,
check
but
that.
suppose
So
63 no
it's
less
it's
than.
it's it's an overall and it's the lower part.
Okay, but in few there were no lower part. So in that case,
In that case, then yes, that will be accepted. That's the reason why I told you that once I send the document, you'll be able to understand. That
okay,
precisely has all of the numbers given there. Who is
okay.
taking what and who is basically strict on that? Because obviously English is a little difficult on the part there.
Okay. And
Yeah.
sir, just reconfirming once again the backlog criteria. Is it
Yeah.
number of attempts or number of failures?
Failures.
Okay.
See, technically they should be accepting backlogs, because for our Indian rule, once you go ahead with a backlog, you obviously have to go ahead and clear that. So the students go and do pass, but they do not take the pass. They only take the failures. So that's something negative we cannot help with, right? Yeah.
so there were many universities who were accepting 5.5 bands as well for the
Yeah.
application.
Yeah.
So is that will be accepted for the visa as well, or there could be like
Yes,
it
yes, yes.
wouldn't?
That the visa office is okay with it, because if the institution says yes, then they are okay with it.
Okay, so we know visa also will be accepted
Yeah,
with
yeah, yeah,
5.5
of
bands,
course.
right?
But it is particularly for those typical institutions.
Correct, sir.
Yeah.
And also can you explain a little bit about the PR in Ireland? Is it possible?
Possible. Just give me a second. Let me see if one of my teammates are free, because I need to get into one more meeting. Just give me a minute.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, please ask.
Yeah, I was asking
Yeah.
about the PR thing, like what are the possibilities
Permanent
it if what like
residency, right?
student, yeah.
Yeah. Ma'am, the one of the major benefits of pursuing higher education in Ireland is the post-study work visa, okay, which enhances the opportunities for the student to work in Ireland. And once they get green card or work permit, it enhances the chances of PR, that is permanent residency. But during the time of VFS, like visa filing, they should not like they should be very clear that they do not their intention should be very clear. They will check that if they find that student might go there and start living, then there might be visa rejection due to immigration and all. Okay, so this thing student needs to hide, but yeah, there is a benefit of that.
Can you tell roughly how many years it can take?
See, post study work visa is there for 2 years. Okay, for 2 years, student can live there and start their career over there. So within that 2 years, they can get if they will perform better and better, then they will be getting a chance very easily. Okay, so
So, ma'am,
this is only
for
the yeah.
working in 2 years in PGWP, they need to work in the required field of study, is it?
Yeah, there will be a placement of all the students like in India. After completing their graduation, they will be getting the post-study work visa, which will enhance the chances of permanent residency.
So, directly after 2 years, they are eligible for a green card, that means.
Ma'am, there is no surety, but yeah, there is a chance.
Okay, so this can be
Yeah.
extended 2 years
Yes,
plus
yeah. It can be extended, but yeah, initially it will be for 2 years for Ireland, okay? But student can extend it
Okay, ma'am, there was one
by
more
living there.
question.
Yeah.
Is the spouse allowed to go with the student?
No dependent cases are allowed. Okay, if the spouse wants to go, then please ask the spouse to file visa 6 months after the candidates. If the student is going for September intake, then it is advisable to file visa for this spouse after 6 months. Then
So,
it
for
will be
getting
fine,
a
but
PR,
not together.
is Irish language required? Does the student have to
No,
learn
Ireland is a
Irish?
English speaking country, so English is required only.
All right, fine.
Yes,
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, is there any other question?
Yeah, ma'am, who all can sponsor if they are showing their funds?
Yeah, any blood relative can sponsor. Okay. In case like brother, father, uncle, aunt, anyone during the time of visa, only the relationship proof required to be shown. Like suppose maternal uncle is sponsoring, so in that case passport or Aadhaar card etc. is required to be shown to prove the relationship. That's it. And the ITR needs to be shown in order to check the income proof of the sponsors. Minimum three person can sponsor, maximum 3% can sponsors student. Okay, and the minimum requirement of the eligibility of the sponsor is the minimum income should be 7 lakhs per annum. In ITR, it needs to be shown
It's together 7 lakh or is it per like if two people are
per
sponsoring
annum.
then yeah,
No.
I got
It's
that per
for
annum.
per person. Yeah.
Per person, like if 2% they have to have a 7 lakh
Yes.
individually the ITR,
Per
correct?
person. Yeah.
Okay.
Savings, then it's fine. Savings, LIC surrender value, and PF. All these mutual fund is not be accepted. So apart from that, savings and all is fine.
Even if person is taking 65% loan, this will be the requirement.
Yes, with by taking 65% of the loan, student can go. But we always suggest if the student is if the student is depending on loan, then uh, loan should be disbursed into student's account. Okay, loan amount should be disbursed into student's account. And secondly, one second, ma'am. The first thing was loan should be disbursed into student's account, and the second thing was, yeah, student needs to show the personal funds also in order to make the file more stronger.
Yeah, I got that, ma'am. And ITR is
Yeah.
also a mandatory thing, right?
Yes, to show the
With 7
income.
lakh per person.
Yes, and 6 months old fund is required in Ireland. In
Okay.
case student unable to show the 6 month old fund, then the source of income should be there. The source of income they will ask for it. Like suppose in the bank statement there is a transaction of more than 1 lakh, then in that case source of income should be like source of transaction from where the money has come and all.
Ma'am, what's the visa fees for student visa?
Visa fees is 17,500
And what
for
about the
Ireland.
health insurance? Do they have to pay any health insurance along with the visa fee?
Yes, health insurance. So 50,000 coverage is required for Ireland. We all provide that assistance. We have a tie-up with Bajaj Allianz and all. Student needs to take 50,000 USD insurance, and they can get from themselves also. We also provide the assistance,
Okay.
and it should be valid. Yeah, it should be valid for 1 year. Renew it by in Ireland only.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
If fund is 6 months old, so in that case, source is required, or मतलब it is okay to
No,
not.
in that case, it's not required.
Okay.
Yeah. Ma'am, is there any other question?
Who will be the point of contact for us, like in case like we have a general query or need to discuss the profile and all?
Sir, all the like we have a team, and each and every university is handled by a specific person. Okay, so
Okay.
don't worry. Prasanjit sir will be sharing you the contact number. You can reach for any university. Like I particularly look after DBS, Dublin Business School. So there are other members also. So you can contact them easily.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Sir, you want to say something?
Hello?
Any last doubts?
Yes, like I want to double check whether 12+3 is accepted in Ireland or not.
Yes, yes. You can double check, triple check. Yes.
Because they it's written like honors degree or level 8 is required, and previously we
Yeah.
got rejection not through yours but other
But
partners. So
that is what I
that's why.
said. I mean, it's really a doubt why did it happen, because students are going 12+3. I mean, BCom, BBA, these students are actually going. I really
Okay,
wonder.
honestly, I would like to tell you that earlier we are doing this Ireland through KC course
Okay.
finder,
Yeah, yeah.
and in their remarks everywhere it is written 12+3 is not accepted, and in fact we have sent the application and all applications are rejected. That's why.
Strange. Really, really very strange.
Okay, no
Nevertheless,
problem.
we'll,
In
we'll,
your
we'll
case,
take it
like we
forward.
can apply, right?
Yes, 100%.
Okay, okay.
And sir, we will get direct admission in masters. It is not like a PG diploma leading to masters admission.
No. Direct masters.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Right, okay. So that's all, team, from my side. I mean, I have already sent the document to the number that I just mentioned. Whose number was it? Ruxana, I don't remember. Whose number was it?
It was Preksha ma'am's number.
Yeah, so I have sent her the document. You team can just take it from her.
Okay, sir. I
Right.
received it. I'll forward it to my.
Okay, very nice, very nice.
Thank
Okay,
you.
right.
Yeah.
So that's all from my side. Do get in touch with me anytime you have any doubts. Like Ria already mentioned that we have a team of around 6-7 members here, and everybody has separate chunks of institutions to look after. So once we have a problem, we'll just direct to you to a certain person.
Okay, sir. I have seen there are many the few groups of universities are allocated to one person.
Yes,
I have
yes.
seen on your this portal. So, Ruxana, how many of them have taken the training? Like all they have Crisec have few groups of university represented by one person. So, how many of them have taken the training? कितने लोगों ने एक ही नहीं लिया? Okay, so sir, if we want to also take training from other person who are also representative other groups of university, then we'll do
So
that,
this
right?
is this you're talking about other countries.
No, not other countries. आपका आयरलैंड के अंदर ग्रुप्स ऑफ यूनिवर्सिटी कोई एक पर्सन रिप्रेजेंट करता है, राइट?
तो आपके आयरलैंड में जो भी ट्रेनिंग है आई जस्ट गिव
Okay.
इट टू यू तो आपको व्हिच
सर
इंस्टीट्यूशन
इसमें
डू यू
ऐसा है
रिक्वायर
कि
फॉर दैट
जैसे
आप
फॉर
मुझे बताइए
एग्जांपल वी वांट लाइक
Yeah.
स्पेसिफिक ट्रेनिंग फॉर ग्रिफिथ कॉलेज
अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा
इज
हाँ
देयर एनी
ठीक है ठीक है
पर्सन
ठीक है
या इन
there is a
डिटेल
specific training in the sense maybe you get stuck somewhere for some maybe Griffith or maybe DCU तो हाँ तब मैं उनसे बात करा दूंगा आपका that is fine like Ria the person who was just sitting here जब मैं बीच में I was in the other meeting so she particularly handles DBS only so she is an expert on DBS so we have people don't worry वो तो obviously we will get you connected nothing to worry about that right anything else
नो सर
Okay, nice, fine, fine. So good to see a lot of people join. I hope this has been a proper session, wherein there was some kind of good information flow that we had. A lot of questions. Good to hear that. And like I already mentioned, I've already sent the sheet. Please take it from her. And rest any doubts, concerns you have, please you can take down my number and also get connected directly. Right, so that's all. Okay, all the best.
you, sir.
Thank you for joining,
Thank you.
and let's connect again. Right? Okay, bye. Thanks.